Oh, hello there. How are we today? Oh, a little quiet. I'm feeling a little blue myself. Anyways, whenever I'm feeling this way, I like to listen to my music. So how about one of my favorite shows, The Drowsy Chaperone, remember? Music by Julie Gable and lyrics by Sydney Stein. So would you indulge me? Let me play this record for you, please? I was hoping you'd say that. Now, let's visualize. Imagine, if you will, it's November 1928. You've just arrived at the doors of the Morosco Theater in New York. It's very cold and heavy gray sleet is falling from the sky. But you don't care because you're going to see a Broadway show. Listen, isn't it wonderful? It helps if you close your eyes.
Now the guests will be arriving shortly.
Yes, madam.
And why are they coming?
For the wedding, madam.
Silly me. Oh, I do love a wedding. The wedding guests have come.
That's Robert, the bride's groom. He's marrying Janet Van de Graaff, the star of Veldzig's Follies. Now, that's George, Robert's best man. He's trying to make sure the wedding goes off without a hitch. That gentleman is Veldzig's, the producer of the show Janet Quit. He's trying to stop the wedding to keep Janet in the show. That's just Kitty. She works with Janet and Veldzig and wants to be a leading lady, but she's a bit of a ditz. Ah, the dynamic duo. Two pastry chefs. And that is Adolfo, self-proclaimed king of romance. I'll have to censor some of his lines. Ah, the star herself, Janet Van de Graaff. She gave up the life of glamour to marry Robert. And the titular character, the Drowsy Chaperone. She's Janet's maid of honor and my personal favorite character. Ah, and the final character, Trix, an aviatrix, or what we now call a lesbian. We don't see much of her until the very, very end. Now, we begin with a welcome from the love-struck groom.
Thank you all for coming. I must be some lucky fellow. Who would have thought that me, Robert Martin, we marrying a glamorous showgirl who'd be giving up her career for me? Gosh, if it wasn't for prohibition, I would say, let's raise a glass.
Here, here.
To Janet Van de Graaff, the most beautiful girl in the world.
Absolutely not.
Excuse me?
The groom mustn't see his bride on the day of the wedding. It's bad luck. Say, it's a little early in the day to be drinking, isn't it?
I don't understand the question.
Look, you keep Janet away from Robert. You understand? You're the chaperone. That's your only job.
Aye, aye, mon capitaine. Getting married and leaving show business. Doesn't she know I got obligations?
Mr. Fielding.
What is it, Kitty?
I can be your leading lady. You said it yourself. I'm useless in the chorus.
Kitty, for the last time, you ain't got what it takes.
Could I interest you in any food, sir?
No, boys.
Well, I could give you something else to chew on. Something that ain't food.
Whoa, easy now. My apologies.
Allow me to explain. We're not actually pastry chefs. We're working for...
Someone who is primarily investor for Veldzig's Follies.
We were sent to make sure that you are well aware of his concerns about his vigorous engagement.
Because if she leaves the show, then there is no show to invest in anyone more.
Do I know you? Have you spent time in Toledo?
No? Have you ever spent any time in a coma?
No, but I do have a cousin in Seattle.
Kitty, please, boys, you tell your boss the wedding is never going to happen.
It better not, because if anything changes, it'll be a recipe for disaster.
I hope we made ourselves perfectly clear.
I always thought that was a little overplayed. So with that story well on its way, let's move to the groom's room.
Okay, you're nervous, aren't you? No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Don't worry, it's perfectly normal for a groom to be nervous on their wedding day, isn't it? Of course.
Why don't you just slime back into your mud hole, you backstabbing worm? Well, now I have to find another minister. Say, what are you up to?
I just got wedding day jitters.
You've got jitters? You got the easy part. I've got to get rice, boutonnieres, a minister. I have the weight of the wedding on my shoulders. So that's enough of that. Jumping around like a fool.
Sorry, George. Just trying to calm your nerves. It's my wedding after all.
Why don't you go for a walk instead? That's what I do when I want to blow off some steam.
George, I don't know what to do without you.
Wait a minute. What was I thinking? You're not going out like that, my friend. You might see Janet. Here, put on this blindfold.
George, you think of everything.
Just looking out for you, my boy.
Now the scene shifts and we find the bride, the glamorous Janet Van de Graaff, answering questions.
Miss Van de Graaff, is it true you're giving up a successful career to marry a man you hardly know?
Yes, I met Robert at the Lido deck of the Isle de France. He amused me with stories of his father's oil interests. We met up briefly, and then he proposed.
So you won't return to the stage? Ever?
I shan't.
May we quote you on that?
Yes. What can I say? Robert stole my heart. Why, I just cannot return to the stage. I don't want to show off no more. I don't want to sing tunes no more. I don't want to ride moons no more. I don't want to show off.
Okay, I think I found an idea to keep Janet from making the biggest mistake of her life. And for that, I'll need an accomplice. Someone gullible with loose morals. I need a European.
Tu plato principal ligado.
Oh, Lord. Excuse me, I don't believe we've met.
I am Adolfo.
You're Adolfo?
Yes, I'm Adolfo.
Funny. You don't look like a scoundrel.
Yes. What?
Why, I just now, I overheard the groom saying that Adolfo is a scoundrel.
What? This is outrageous. He's saying this to peoples? To beautiful ladies? Why, I must.
You must take matters into your own hands.
Yes, I must take this groom into my own hands and kill him.
Yes. No. Don't kill him. Just hurt him enough so he can't get married.
Show me to this groom. Wait.
What?
What kind of man is this groom? A big man? A burly fellow?
Well, he's big on the outside, but...
No. Adolfo will not fight big men. Tiny men with little pale, wheezy dwarf people, yes, but no big men.
Oh, so you're a lover, not a fighter.
Yes, Adolfo is a lover of beautiful ladies. Some say I am the king of romance.
Well, you know what they say. The best way to get revenge on a man is through his...
Door.
No, the best way to get back at a man is through his...
Window.
No, revenge back at a man through his...
There is no other ways. I'm not Santa Claus coming down chimney.
His woman! Through his woman!
Ah, through his woman.
Yes, Adolfo, you must seduce his woman. I mean, his woman, his bride.
Adolfo will seduce bride. That will show people Adolfo is no scoundrel. Show me to this bride.
Yeah, you couldn't particularly get away with a scene like that in today's world. We leave the slight innuendos to Disney now. Let the children sort it out. Now, the next scene is, well, just a lot of spit takes place back and forth. The highly unsanitary nature of the scene makes me cringe every time I listen. I feel like I'm catching some sort of virus when I hear the spittage. Maybe even a virus one would catch in a global pandemic. So we're just gonna skip this one.
Few hours, I'm going to be Mrs. Robert Martin. Oh, my head is spinning.
Yes, life is a mad whirlwind.
I feel such apprehension, but I suppose that's normal given the circumstances.
Why don't you have a drink, my dear? It'll help you focus.
Honestly, you can't find the answers to all life's questions at the bottom of a glass.
No, of course not. Sometimes it's best to go straight for the bottle.
Chaperone, do you think that Robert's in love with me, or my persona? I know you think it's crazy to give up a career to marry a man I hardly know, but somehow, for some reason, when I look into his eyes, I get all, woozy. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? I mean, that's love, right?
Not necessarily. The wooziness could be caused by a number of things. I mean, I'm woozy right now, and I'm certainly not in love.
Oh, please. Just tell me, is Robert the man for me?
My dear, that's something you'll have to decide for yourself. Here's some advice. As we stumble along.
Well, that didn't help. I'm just not sure if he loves me.
Why don't you go out and ask him? I won't tell a soul that I let you run wild.
Thank you, Chaperone. I just have to know if he loves me.
Oh, love. It's wasted on the young. But when you're old enough to know what to do with it, it's nowhere to be found.
I am Adolfo, and you are bride.
No, I'm not.
What? This is a bridal suite. You're only one here. Therefore, you must be bride.
Interesting argument, but I'm afraid that you're a moron.
What?
I'm not the bride, but oh well. Golly gee, you saw through my little rules. You found me out.
Ah, so you are the bride.
I am now. Take me, old doll face.
No. My name is Aldolfo. A-L-D.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Ah, isn't that what musicals are all about? Falling in love at the drop of a hat, suddenly finding yourself in an insanely romantic setting like Mrs. Tottendel's garden.
Oh, Robert, be careful.
Oh, don't fret, madam. I'm getting married today. Wait, who are you?
Why, it's me. Me. Yes, Mimi from France.
Oh, of course. Bonjour, Mimi.
Yes, well, tell me of your, how do you say in English? Fiancé.
Well, where do I start? She's glamorous, charming, witty, smart, amazing. Well, I'm just rambling. She's just wonderful.
This scene couldn't be more ridiculous. She tries to test her own groom's loyalty on their wedding day. Next, overcome by emotion, Janet kisses Robert, then scolds him for kissing a strange woman on their wedding day. Let's move on.
Mr. Felsing.
Where is that philandering foreigner?
Mr. Felsing.
How long does it take to seduce one bride?
Mr. Felsing.
What is it now, kitty?
I found a replacement for Janet. She's a fabulous new star.
Her name better not be Kitty. You've already tried that one.
Oh no, it's Katrina, master of mind. I've been working on my mind reading.
Kitty.
Think of the number between 5 and 7.
6.
Pick a different one.
Kitty, how many times have I got to tell you? You've got to have a mind to read one.
Mr. Feldzig.
It would seem that the wedding is proceeding according to the schedule.
Why, my partner and I have just finished frosting the 3rd tier of the wedding cake. We applied the fondant.
And little pink rosettes.
Fellows, please, I need more time. Can't you just frost another tier?
There are no tears left.
Save the ones that will soon be amending out of our eyeballs.
Now, it's time for you to receive your just desserts. What do you think, partner? Should we whip up something special for Mr. Feldzig?
Yeah, how about Toledo surprise?
Ooh, an inspired choice.
A Toledo surprise? What is that exactly?
We'll share the recipe with you.
First you chop the nuts.
Then you pound the dough.
Then you bake it up nice and slow.
Then you got your Toledo.
Surprise. Say, why don't we give him a little taste?
Now let's continue after that amazing dance break. Let's move on to Act 2 of this a wonderful show.
Come, my little monkey. Come, my little monkey. Do.
Just ignore the lyrics. Oh, here's my favorite part.
Wait,
Who are you?
I'm Janet Vandegraff.
Do you need anyone?
I don't need anyone.
What about the love of one?
What do I care about the love of one man when I'm adored by millions?
Yes, she finally realizes that she doesn't need a man.
There you are. Oh, Chaperone, I'm in such a terrible state.
Yeah, you sure are. You can't go into the wedding looking like that.
Oh, you poor dear. Haven't you heard? The wedding's off.
Maybe your wedding is, but mine isn't. Oh, and that reminds me, might I borrow your veil? Because you're obviously not going to use it.
You're getting married? But to whom?
Esta mujer mamita con su amor. Ah, beautiful lady, with baffled expression.
You're marrying Aldolfo?
I know, shocked me too. But when I looked into his eyes, his big, clumsy, gorgeous eyes, I get all drowsy. And not in the normal way. And that's just love, isn't it?
Yes, dear, that is love. There you are. I'm going to put my cards on the table. I have a weak heart. I can't take the pressure. The wedding's on, the wedding's off. If this goes on much longer, the old ticker's going to give out. Please, tell me, is there going to be a wedding?
Yes.
Thank the good Lord in heaven.
Aldolfo and the chaperone are getting married.
What?
There you are! I have wonderful news. There's gonna be a wedding.
We know.
You know?
Yes, we just heard.
Who told you?
I did.
But how did you know?
What difference does it make?
Underling and I are getting married in the garden at 7:30 today.
What?
Congratulations to everyone. So happy for you all.
What kind of cockamamie wedding is this? Everybody's getting married except the bride and the groom?
Oh, there you are. Janet, I had the most enlightening dream. Well, more of a vision. I realized that I just want to marry you. You're the one for me. And besides, if I don't, George will die.
What?
Oh, Janet, it's our wedding day, and we do love each other.
I know, but you kissed another woman.
Yes, and I can't understand it. It may sound ridiculous, but when I was kissing the French girl, why, it was like I was kissing you.
Oh, Robert, you were kissing me.
Come again? You mean you're Mimi? Well, the accent was remarkably accurate.
Why, thank you. I developed it when I played the role of Monique in Hold That Baguette.
So it was all a ruse.
Yes, a cruel ruse. I used my cosmic talents as an actress to test your love for me.
Oh, Janet, knowing that you can fool me so easily, why, it makes me love you even more.
Well, Mr. Feldzig, it appears this wedding is a done deal, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No.
There's nothing more to say. She's leaving the show. What do you think we are? Cobbler and idiot of idiots?
But I found a replacement. A fabulous new star. Presenting Katrina, Master of the Brain. Okay, Kitty, concentrate. Show the boys how you can read my mind.
Kitty, will you marry me? Oh my, Mr. Felding! That's so unexpected. Yes!
Isn't she amazing?
Sweet mother of pearl. It's finally going to happen. I've got the bride, the groom, and the ring. Everything's perfect. Minister, you may begin. Wait, I've forgotten the minister. Who the hell are you?
I'm Trix, the aviatrix. Sorry to crash this party, but I'll have my plane fixed very soon.
Wait, could you possibly perform the wedding ceremony, Trix?
Actually, I can. I'm the pilot of the plane, which means by law I can officiate.
Oh, thank God.
And that's about it. This is my absolute favorite show, and I'm so glad I got to share it with you. Goodbye. Hope you had a swell time.
Life's questions at the bottom of a glass. I'm gonna redo that.
What's the proper way to put a record on?
Oh, there you are. Janet, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm starting that over.
Leaving the show. What do we think? Oh.
Hope you had a swell time.